Hello everyone, I'm TG, and today I want to talk to you about the awesome multiplayer experience that is Evil Dead the game. Today I want to talk about a fun little build for all you leaders out there. This is a build that is going to show you guys how you can help your team out as much as you possibly can, as much as the game allows, using my favorite leader, Miss Annie Nobley. Now Annie, she's a little more niche than the other two leaders. Is Arthur going to do more damage? Yes. Is Leader Ash viable in almost every situation? Absolutely. But Annie, she's a little different. She's the only one on the team that's going to buff range damage as well as balance bar damage. And if you know anything about the game, that just sounds powerful right at the onset. So anytime that you're playing with some hunters, etc., and you're having a particularly difficult time against someone like a warlord, you're really going to want a high level Annie on your team. So as always, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where I spent my points, tell you why I spent them there, and then of course show you guys some footage of them in game. So first and foremost, we're putting 3 points into Great Influence, which is going to increase the range of your aura by 41 feet. We don't have to go the full 4 points there because, quite frankly, everyone's going to be inside your aura anyway when you only put 3 points in, especially when you're holding a point or at the very end of the game. So the next 3 points we're using just so we can get to the end. First, 1 point in Cardio reduces the stamina cost of sprinting by 5%. 1 point in Arcane Knowledge increases the range you can detect objective items by 20%. And lastly, 1 point into Quicker Cooldown, which reduces the cooldown of your active skill by 5%. It's already pretty quick, so that's not a big deal. What is important is 4 in Master of Influence. This strengthens the effects of your aura by 20%. That's a 1/5 increase, so that means you and all the members of your team are going to be doing more range damage, more balance bar damage with heavy attacks and light attacks, and that's very important when dealing with those chonky demons, especially the Warlord or even the Necromancer, whenever their whole thing is just having a thick boy for you to deal with. Next is the ever important Artful Dodger, which reduces our stamina cost of dodging by 15%. We're not going all the way on this because we do need the points later on. 2 points are also going into Deep Pockets ammo, which increases the maximum amount of ammo you can carry by 15. This is probably one of, if not the most important thing for a build like this, because since you're relying so heavily on ranged, ammo is kind of scarce, especially as a leader. So you do want to be carrying as much as possible, not only for yourself, but also for your team, because you can be picking up their ammo as well and then dropping it on a point whenever they need it. Now this next one's super unique and it's very, very important. I Can Still Help allows your aura to persist even if you're bleeding out or if you're a soul, which means somebody carrying your soul is still getting your aura's effect. Now this is super important when things get hectic. I don't have to tell you. Whenever you go down, people are still going to be benefiting from all the extra range damage, all the balance bar damage. So that could really make the difference between a win and a loss. And speaking of making a difference, 4 points in Echoes of the Aura is going to allow your aura to persist 7 seconds after your teammates actually leave the radius of your aura. So think about if you're fighting on the dagger or the pages, and a team member needs to kind of, run outside to either finish off an enemy or, chase down a possessed teammate and help them out. They're still going to have the aura's effect, and you're going to be covered 100% at all times because they're going to come right back into your aura and it's just going to reset. And since we're talking about helping the team, 4 points in Fast Forward is going to reduce the duration of objective events by 15%. Notice that this does not say whenever you are on the objective. So that means it's just a flat increase in the map. You don't have to be anywhere near it. And Dagger or the pages are getting completed 15% faster. And to round things off, we're putting our last 3 points into Industrial Strength, which increases your health by 20%. Because, of course, if you're not there to give the aura, nobody's getting the aura, so you gotta stay alive. So usually this is the part where I would talk about like all the numbers and I'd crunch them for you, but since we're not really like increasing any stats per se, there's really no need to do that. We're gonna just move on to her abilities, and then you're gonna be able to see how those things are increased based on the aura skills that we've used in the tree. First and foremost, we have Hit 'em Where It Hurts, her active skill. So for 15 seconds on a 45-second cooldown, Annie and all the team members around her are going to have their range damage increased by 100%. So that's double damage. Think of how much damage an Amanda or a Kelly can do with a ranged weapon, depending on how they spec. Now double that. So that's where you're really going to see that Annie is an asset to any team. And then Annie's basic aura, which is Howitzer, increases all the range damage that you and your teammates do by a flat 10%. That's very useful, of course. But here's where things start to get interesting. Haymaker is going to make it so you and your team do 25% more balance bar damage to basic units. And then Slugger, same principle, 25% bonus balance bar damage to elite units. And what's really magical, what really makes this work, is boss units. You increase you and your allies' balance bar damage to bosses by 100%. You do double balance bar damage. That is absolutely huge, and you can just shred them without them being able to do anything about it. So that's the build for Annie. She's probably my favorite leader right now. She's a little more nuanced than the other ones. She's not as straightforward as Arthur, and you know, she doesn't pack quite as big a punch as Ash. But I really think in the right circumstances, she is definitely the most useful. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this build helps you out just a little bit. Let me know down below what you think, and do not forget to stick around the channel for all kinds more Evil Dead builds and guides and all kinds of good stuff coming your way soon. And as always, I'm TG. If you like what you saw, you know what to do.